Humanities Art, Part 1, Bob Ross. Bob Ross is my therapist. Ross was born in Daytona Beach, Florida, to Jack and Ollie Ross, a Cherokee carpenter and a waitress. Ross cared deeply for injured animals. The range goes from armadillo, snake, alligator. Interesting enough, Peabod, the pocket squirrel, made cameos in his shows. Ross dropped out of high school in the 9th grade to work with his father as a carpenter when he lost his index finger. In 1961, at the age of 18, Ross enlisted in the United States Air Force and was a medical records technician. He went up the ranks as Master Sergeant and served as First Sergeant of the U.S. Air Force Clinic at Elson Air Force Base in Alaska. This caught his interest in the snow and mountains, which later became his themes in his paintings. During his 20 years in active duty in the U.S. Air Force, Ross developed a taste for painting after attending an art class at Anchorage USO Club. This was a bit of a challenge for him as he would go away from the abstract paintings and do it his own way. This type of situation caused tension between him and his teachers. They tell you what makes a tree, but they wouldn't tell you how to paint a tree. He then began to create Alaskan landscapes painted on the inside of gold pans. He sold his pans and would end up making more salary than his military salary. After his service in the military, he went to Florida studying painting under Alexander, then joined the Alexander Magic Art Supplies Company, then became a traveling salesman and tutor. Annette Kowalski, who attended sessions in his art class, persuaded Ross to take a chance and invested her life savings in the company. As did Ross and his wife. They formed a brand in which he could sell his own coloring kits. But they needed a production TV deal to show off these colors and how you can use them. The joy of painting mysteriously appeared on PBS station WIPB in Muncie, Indiana. The show ran from January 11, 1983 to May 17, 1994. That's 11 years on this show. But reruns still continue to appear in many broadcast areas and countries, including non-commercial digital sub-channels such as Networks Create and Netflix. During each segment, Ross would do a half-hour show. Ross would instruct viewers in oil painting using a quick study technique from imagination that used a limited palette of paints and broke down the process into simple steps. Art critic Mira compared him to Fred Rogers, with Ross's soft voice, slow speech, and his comfort. Bob Ross wanted to cut his hair, but afraid that his presence would be looked at differently, decided not to cut his hair, and the fro was almost iconic to him as his painting. Help from Annette and Walt Kowalski, Ross built a $15 million business called Bob Ross Inc., selling his line of art supplies and how-to books, marketing painting classes taught by instructors trained by Bob Ross method. All his income did not come from his show. He did that for free. Free classes on 11 years on his show. But he sold his products to create a painting empire that people use today. At the age of 52, on July 4, 1995, due to complications from lymphoma, which he had battled secretly for several years, Ross passed away. Ross's likeness has become part of the pop culture, with his image spoofed in shows, film, video games such as Family Guy, Boondocks, Deadpool 2, and Smite. Google celebrated the 70th anniversary of his birth with a Google Doodle. It portrayed Ross painting the letter G. You can now watch Bob Ross's The Joy of Painting on Netflix. So watch it, relax, learn to paint, or just enjoy a man that loved nature, animals, and life. Friends, we just learned about Bob Ross. I think he's an amazing painter. I watched a couple of episodes. He really is like a therapist. If you really close your eyes or put on headphones and he's talking about painting, you can go to sleep with his voice because it's just so relaxing. Or if you're at home and you're trying to study, you can use studying to kind of listen to Bob Ross and him painting, and you'll study better. And that's just the truth. That Bob Ross really did something amazing. His style and technique and the way he presented himself made us individuals that want to be artistic be okay to be artistic, because we all have our unique perspective on what we see the world, and he saw the world in his own way, but he used painting to express that, and that is important. And because of that, we learn from that, and we can now paint. And he did it in an easy way for us to understand. So you can paint, I can paint, anyone can paint because of Bob Ross. Bob Ross is an excellent example of humanities art. That's it for this episode, part 1 of Humanities Art. And tomorrow there will be part 2 of Humanities Art with a special artist in mind. Please watch that video. Thank you for watching this video. Like I said before, like this video, subscribe for more videos to come, hit the notification bell so you won't miss a video, comment below what you think about Bob Ross, and also share this video. Thank you very much for watching, and without further ado, thank you and goodbye.